Let's see here. There it goes. Rage and Redemption. I love him. And he posted something, and I couldn't agree more. If you continue to attack someone after they've apologized and were accountable for their mistakes, and they've made against you, you no longer get to call yourself a victim. Your justification for cruelty, revenge is punishable by God. Literally. I couldn't say that more perfectly. Like, it's insanity to me that people feel like they have the ability to play judge and God in your life, when you've made it abundantly clear in reference to mistakes or whatever it is that people adopt in their mind that you did, that they won't come say to you. They won't talk to you about it in person. No, that's not something they don't do that. But I'm just saying, like, I've been at this with my videos now for over a year. And if you go back, and I'm starting to post them on my Facebook of like all the videos in reference to, just everything that I've been through this last year, I have been so graceful and merciful and just taking everything on the chin, and it's like, at what point do you draw the line and you recognize, like, this is not okay? This is not okay at all. Like, the amount of people that have took it upon themselves to completely exploit me and demolish me, for what reason? I don't know. But then you have people in positions covering up murders by their loved ones. So then I ask myself, really? Anything's possible. Anything is possible at this point. In the magnitude that people will go to when it comes associated with money, power, and greed, and not taking accountability. They will go max. And it's a very, very scary thing to wake up to, but it is the truth. It is the truth. And God's got all of it. God has got all of it. He's got the receipts. Your time here on earth is very, very limited. And it's very important that you treat people honorably. You treat people fairly. You treat people with kindness and mercy and grace. You treat people the way that you want to be treated. Give everybody the opportunity to spoil their kids for Christmas, not tell them to go and buy less while you're a billionaire and one of the richest men in the world. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I don't even understand it. I really don't understand it. And it's so funny because then on the flip side, you have companies and corporations and all this stuff where they do not want to pay their employees more. The cost of living is so high, right? And then they get mad at the employees because the employees are disgruntled because they need more money to live. And it's like, okay, excuse me. Then start advocating in your powerful roles that you are in whatever position you are, to start fixing the economy. And then you wouldn't have to pay your people more. There's a thought for you. But they won't even do that. That's why I'm saying, it's like, you wake up to realize that we're all just really sitting ducks for them. And so it's like, okay, that you can either, one of two things. You can roll over and be their doormat, or you can learn to appreciate the things that you do have and learn to figure out what's important to you in your life and start moving and operating in closest that you can, because none of us are perfect, and with dignity and grace and integrity and love, unconditional love and forgiveness. Because at the end of the day, that is going to make you feel better as a person in a world that doesn't want you to feel good. Clearly. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope this is making sense. But this is kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let anybody outside of me feel less than what I am. And you shouldn't either. And you don't have to be groomed. You don't have to adopt their culture. You do not have to adopt their thinking to become somebody. They want you to think that. They want you to think that. And that's fine if you want to. But I'm just saying, if you do, it's going to take you down different roads where you're going to end up being on the side, where you're going to have to start covering things up. You know what I mean? That's literally what's going to happen. It just is. I hate to say it. I really freaking do. I hate this. I absolutely hate what we're doing to this country, what we're doing to this world. I mean, it's just, it's crazy to me in reference to the magnitude of the grossness and how we're just going against the moral compass. Just straight moral compass. You don't even have to be a Christian person to be a good person. You know what I mean? It's very simple. And yet there's too many of us that can't quite get on that level of things. You know, and it's sad. It's very sad. I never had any desire to be in the limelight. I never had any desire to be this, vocalizing person. But it's like God put me through all of these different things, these training and these attacks and all these different things to prepare me to be this person. And I understand the assignment. It's not my favorite. But I move and operate in what I know God calls me to be. You know what I mean? And that's going through hardships. It's going through challenges. It's going through betrayal. The worst of betrayal. The absolute worst of betrayal. But not allowing the betrayal to take me down a negative road where then I go into the world and start pouring out all this crap like they do. Take the betrayal and feel it and hurt and cry and just, go in and then, figure out, okay, why am I allowing this to hurt? I can't, if we continue to give people power over us, we're literally just losing sight of who we are and who we're all designed to be. Do you understand? And I got to the point where it's like, I gotta quit giving people so much power over me. I'm still not happy trying to make everybody else happy. I'm still not happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been now walking alone, although I never feel alone. I never feel alone than I've ever been in my life. And I would have never gotten to this place had I not walked through everything. And so I move and operate in gratification and also gratefulness in reference to everything that has been bestowed on me. Intentionally, unintentionally, whatever. Because it's helped me be forged into the person God has always called me to be. And I wouldn't have never become this person had I not walked through it, right? But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk about it. Because I want to help people elevate. And I know there's a lot of people going through similar things that I have been through and that I have knowledge about and I have wisdom about. And I'm not scared to talk about it. And I move with humility and I move with humbleness. So many times people don't want to talk about these things. And I'm like, why? Why not? Let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. I got an empty table. I'm ready to break bread with anybody. Let's go. I'm ready to have a conversation. I'm ready to have a lot of conversations, to be quite frank. For some reason, people don't want to talk to me. I wonder why that is. I'm pretty chatty Cathy. I like to have a good time. I'm fun. But I'm gonna rest tonight. I gotta work. I gotta work my butt off this weekend at my second job. So yeah, I'm gonna rest tonight. But I love you guys. I hope this video resonated. And I do appreciate all the love and the support. I know I put a video out yesterday talking about a week. I'm trying to get all my duckies in a row in reference to all the stuff that I do have, in reference to how I want to push it out and stuff like that. And I've really been praying to God a lot about that. It's so hard for me to talk about certain things when it comes to people of my past and just the grossness that I know that they are embedded in and things that they have done. It's so hard for me to call that out. It's really hard for me. It's really, really hard for me. And so gonna allow God to flow through that, you know, and I'm gonna approach it how I do. But I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams.